So this is not going to be a pleasant video. I am not happy. I am just so fucking sick of people treating me like I'm just as fine as they are. Because you can't see anything wrong with me, so I must be fine and dandy. Despite how often I talk about the fact that I'm dizzy, that I have headaches all the time, that I feel weird, that I have brain fog, despite that, people still just treat me like my brain is working fully normally, that I'm not going to be stressed out all the time because I feel like shit 24/7. Nobody treats me that way. They treat me like I'm who I was 2.5 years ago. And it would be one thing if I was not working and did not have responsibilities. But I have a job that I'm still learning, which is incredibly difficult to learn when you can't think about anything. Like, if I have like 2 or 3 tasks to do at one time, I just can't do it. Like, I'll have like 3 things that I know I need to do, and I'll think, oh, I better write these down before I forget them. So I open up my notes app on my phone, and I can only remember 2 out of the 3. And this happens in a span of 10 seconds. Now imagine trying to be at a job where you're trying to do incredibly complex stuff, like read blueprints, do math, like on the fly, do math, and then while you're reading these tiny blueprints, and go find like a scavenger hunt and locate a piece of pipe while you're walking and doing all this other shit that's affecting your vestibular system, while trying to think the entire time, and, continue talking with several other people, and, maintaining, like most people do this, like it's not a big deal. But for me, everything is 10 times harder than it actually is. And people keep treating me like that's not how I'm living moment to moment. Like, I'm just so fucking sick of people not understanding that my brain is not right. My brain is not processing things the way yours is. I don't feel how you feel. I feel like dog shit all the time. I don't know when I'm gonna walk around a corner and just get vertigo out of nowhere. Almost all the time, I feel like I'm floating. And I swear people just forget immediately. Like the next day. Like they think it just cleared up like it was a 24-hour stomach bug. And it's so infuriating. And today I had a couple intense bouts of vertigo that they don't last long, but mentally, at this point, it's happened to me tens of thousands of times. you can only experience that so many times and maintain a positive attitude. And I'm just getting so sick of it. I'm so sick of dealing with it. I'm so sick of telling people I feel like shit. I can't think about anything. Please stop expecting me to do things that you know I'm not capable of doing. I swear to God, people have no fucking idea what it is like to deal with this every single day. And to have people treat you like you're not dealing with something that's a physical handicap, because you can't see it. So they're just gonna treat you like you're totally normal. And I have to go to work 60 fucking hours a week, every fucking week, and pretend like everything is just fine. I have an incredibly physically demanding job. I get up at 5:30 every morning. I get home at 6 o'clock every day. I have 3 hours to myself. I'm overweight because of this. I used to be 185, 190 pounds. I ballooned up to 250 pounds because of this. I was able to drop 20 pounds. I was able to drop 30 pounds at one point. Like, you go in these cycles of, I'm gonna feel really good now. I'm gonna put my best foot forward and be positive, and I'm starting a new medication. And this is gonna be the one. And 40 medications later, 2+ years later, here I am, still unable to think, still getting migraines all the time, still getting random sensations of movement that aren't really there, just as I'm going about my work day. And I have to act like that's not going to get to somebody, that's not going to get to me, that's not, like, that wouldn't affect you mentally when that happens to you every single day, day after day, month after month, year after year. Like, life is difficult enough just to get up and go to work 60 hours a week, which I've been doing for the past 4.5 years. But to add this on top of it, and then now I'm coming from school, which I'm supposed to be there to learn, and I'm sitting there like my brain is scrambled eggs. And the teacher's talking and just sounding like a Charlie Brown character. I have no idea what's going on. I try to do my best to stay focused at work and ask questions and learn, but it seems futile most of the time. And I'm just, and then I just get exhausted. Like, I'm mentally and physically exhausted all the time. And I don't think people have any idea the amount of strength that it takes just for me to get through the day. And it's not just a quick 8-hour day. It's a 12.5-hour day. By the time I get done commuting and riding the buses in and out of this stupid plant, it's a 12.5-hour day. If I want to get a somewhat decent night's sleep, I have to go to bed at 9 o'clock. If I get home at 6, do the math. That's 3 hours that I have after work to eat, shower, pack my lunch, and get everything ready for the next day, put my clothes out for the next day. And I'm overweight I'm on this migraine diet, so I don't really have a lot of leniency as far as what I can eat. So, and food is like one of the only things that brings me joy anymore, because I'm physically so miserable all the time, and I work so much that I can't even enjoy sleeping, that food is like my one crutch. And so I keep going in these cycles of like, all right, I'm really gonna do it this time. I'm gonna put my positive thinking cap on, and everything is great, and I feel great, and I'm gonna feel great from now on. And then I go for like a couple weeks, and then my symptoms get to the point where I can't go, everything's great. And then I gain 10 pounds that I just lost. And I've been doing this for a year now, trying to lose this weight. I hate how I look. I'm incredibly self-conscious, and I cannot get a break long enough from my symptoms to make any sort of headway. And when I do, I get knocked back down over and over and over again. Like there has to be something has to give. Like, I'm only human. I can only deal with so much stress, and for so long. And I've been dealing with this for too long. You know, like, I went to a concert like a month or two ago because I thought, you know, I've had a rough whatever, I need to go do something fun. So I went to a concert of a band I listened to since I was in high school, and I couldn't even enjoy it. Couldn't have any beer. I couldn't eat any nachos or anything they were serving there. I had to wait in line for 20 minutes to get a $7 water just so I can take my medication, which I had to pack. I also had to pack food that was on my migraine diet, so I had to prepare food to take to this concert just so I wouldn't go too long without eating, because that's a migraine trigger. So I just wanted to go to this show, this concert that's only 45 minutes away, and I had to do all of this preparation. Just a casual night out with my friends, and it was a nightmare. I had to pack all this food, make sure I ate so that I didn't let too much time go by, because that's a migraine trigger. I had to pack food so that I could eat right before I went in. I had to pack my medication, to spend $7 on a bottle of water so I could take my stupid medication, because you can't take anything into the venue. And then just standing in the crowd felt like I was floating in a sea. And then walking through the crowd to buy my $7 bottle of water, that was a nightmare. Going to the bathroom with thousands of people shoulder to shoulder you, just think of what that does to your vestibular system. So I can't even like, woohoo, put on my positive thinking cap and go, have a good night out with my friends, because that doesn't exist when everything in your life makes you dizzy. And with my work schedule, I don't want to do anything by the time I get done with the end of the week. And I would be exhausted if I didn't have all of these issues. But I do have all of these issues. And it's like, everybody just fucking forgets that you deal with this day in and day out. Even though you were just talking about it yesterday. It must have cleared up since last night. It's only been happening for over 2 years. It must have cleared up miraculously overnight since I last saw you yesterday at work. You must feel fine now. I went to the gym Monday and Tuesday. I took off yesterday, Wednesday, because I was just so exhausted. And today I had school, so I got out of school at 3:30 instead of 5:30. So I have an extra 2 hours. But after those episodes at school, and then just like the mental brain fog, and then just being so pissed off because I'm sitting there and my teacher's treating me like I'm totally just normal Andy, like nothing's wrong with my brain and I can think clearly just like you can. And making smart remarks about why I can't, pick this thing up that we're learning. Meanwhile, just standing in that room is a challenge for me, let alone trying to learn something complicated that I've never seen before. It's just all incredibly frustrating, and now all I want to do is go home and eat and shower and get in bed. And it's 3:45, and that's all I want to do. I know I should go to the gym, but it sucks all of the fun that I used to have, all of the excitement, any joy that I used to get from going to the gym gets shattered when I have a day like this. And this is why it's so difficult to lose weight. Like I said before, I've been in shape my whole life. Like, the gym was like my sport. It was like the thing that I like to do. I hate basketball, I hate football, I hate baseball, I hate hockey, but I liked going to the gym. That was like my hobby. I've always been in shape. And then this happened. And I gained 70 pounds. And I can't get it off because I keep having days like this. And I'm sorry, but it pisses you off to the point where, because let's be real, even when you're in the best mood, working out isn't fun. I mean, it's not easy. If your workout's easy, you're not working out. And so it takes a great deal of mental fortitude and mental discipline and motivation just to go to the gym when you're feeling 100%. But when you have a chronic condition like this, it seems like I can get away with it, being positive for a couple days, or even a couple weeks. But at some point, you're gonna hit a couple phantom movements that just piss you off. And it's not the type of I'm pissed off, I'm gonna go work it off. I'm gonna go work out and work the aggression off. It's like, I wanna give up. I'm done. I'm just done with all of this. I don't wanna work out. I don't wanna go to work. I don't wanna pay my mortgage. I don't wanna finish my apprenticeship. I don't give a shit about anything. I really don't. I don't want to play PlayStation. I don't want to go for a walk. I don't want to go to an amusement park. I don't want to do anything other than lay in bed and not wake up. Because I'm so sick of feeling like this and having to worry about feeling like this. So I'm driving back right now from school, probably 10, 15 minutes from home, and I'm trying to decide, am I going to go to the gym or not? Should I? Yeah, obviously I should. But like, just living with this just like sucks all of the life out of you, all of your happiness. If I don't move, sometimes I can feel good. If I just sit in my bed, sometimes I can feel good. Shouldn't say good, normal. Meaning my head is where my head's supposed to be in three-dimensional space. It's not above me, it's not behind me, it's not floating around somewhere in a 2-foot area of where my head is supposed to be. I don't feel like I'm sitting on a raft in the middle of the ocean. Sometimes I feel like I'm supposed to feel, like I'm in my own body. And usually that's only about 10% of the day. And that other 90%, I mostly do with a smile on my face. But under that is an immense amount of aggravation and frustration and having to work so much and just constantly deal with people. Like I said, it's not their fault. And I don't outwardly get mad at anybody, but inwardly it is very frustrating to have people treat you as if nothing's wrong and you are incredibly it just makes everything I do so much more difficult. Both physically and mentally and emotionally. All three of them. So, sorry for not being... Hold on, I have to plug my phone in. Sorry for not being a cheerful little butterfly, but I'm so sick of dealing with this. Because I want to be in a good mood so I can want to go to the gym, so I can see changes in myself physically, probably certainly help me mentally and emotionally, but having these symptoms affects all of those things, whether directly or indirectly. So anyways, that's all. I'm just pissed off, and I don't know. It just feels like Groundhog Day. It's just every day I wake up and it's the same bullshit over and over and over and over again. Nothing ever changes. So I don't know. Hopefully this medication does something soon, because I'm just like so over it. Alright, that's it. Sorry for being negative, but you know, sometimes being real is better than faking it till I make it, because I do that a lot, and sometimes you just get tired of faking it. Alright, well, stay safe. See you in the next one.